You think that may be also a cause of depression?
Yes, I'm right now into new research. As soon as I want to do research, they did research on mindfulness, for example, mindfulness related to depression. And I think not only me, also psychiatrists, they saw the blood values, the markers in the blood within our study. And most probably our method, what we just did, brings the people very much faster into controlling their endocrine system. The endocrine system is about hormonal balances in the body, and because we are not able to tap into that, we are victimized because of too much stress or this or the daily life or whatever, and we get depressed, and we are not able to get out of it. Now, this method, because of tapping into the endocrine systems, makes you feel you are able to rebalance the hormonal disturbance in the body, creating eventually in length the depression. So I want research on this, because my wife died in 1995 because of suicide. I had 4 children with her. I was powerless then. My heart was broken, and had no money, no nothing. And then this struggle and this fight began. I'm going to prove this to the world and create a shortcut for anybody who is depressed or sick and everything. And now we got the key. We got the key to the endocrine systems and the immune systems. And anybody can do this. And because it is done by science, it's beyond speculation. We make it a choice. And that's why I'm on a mission. And this mission brings me here to Joe Rogan, who's a good guy. He's a fighter himself, and he loves life, and he brings it out. And he tries people out. I can tell. And
try people out?
Yeah, try people. Who are you? What are you doing? Yes. And things like that. It's I like it. I love it. And we need to do this, because we got to change this world where there is no control. I mean, we can fly to the moon. We can make, this is more intelligence than the whole Apollo 13 project. Yes? We can. This is the fruit of our mind. And the power of our mind is enormous. But now it is time to use the same power to learn to control our happiness, strength, and health. And we have shown this now. So
you feel like what happened with your wife, that your wife killed herself, was due to depression. And you feel like that type of depression, the depression that a lot of people experience, is because their mind is not stimulated the way it was intended to by nature. Is that a fair way of describing your thoughts on this?
Absolutely.
And that we're left with a residual effect of civilization in a way, where your mind it's overwhelmed with things that really are not natural, like living in a cubicle, the stress of office life, traffic, things that aren't natural.
Exactly. We are living toward the system, but it should be going around.
Right.
The system, once again, should serve our happiness, strength, and health. And now we have proof that we are able to tap into the endocrine systems and the immune system far deeper. So we got to try this, and it is natural. Anybody can do this in just a couple of days. Right now we are in the 3rd year of the university books here in America. The testing the Iceman. It's not about me anymore. It's about the comparative study. And then it tells the endocrine systems and the immune systems. And it only takes one guy, is endurance. Belief that we are able to tap in deeper into our physiology, thus enabling the person to direct his hormonal secretions. Strength, for example, lying in bed, as we told already, lying in bed. There's no rhinoceros coming to that guy. No, he's at ease. And he controls completely the stress hormone. And a controlled stress hormone works like medicine. A non-controlled stress hormone works in the end acidic, and that becomes no good. And we are victimized because we have no control in daily life anymore, but the stress is there.
So the stress is there, but there's no physical exertion.
Yes.
And that's why they've shown in tests that in many cases, exercise can be just as good as antidepressants, just as good as medication for people who are depressed, which totally makes sense if what you're saying is right. It totally makes sense that your body like has a desire to exert itself, and it has a built-in system that's designed to deal with certain natural stresses, running from predators, dealing with the cold, and dealing with weather and climate and nature and the adversities of the environment as far as like challenging yourself, climbing hills and exerting yourself. We don't do that much, and because of that, that's what you think leads to this dis-ease of the brain.
Yes, and for many people who are depressed, they are quite unable to get into their body and begin to run and things like that. It's the brain, and we are going to solve this by very easy techniques. Instead of them having to run because their environment is really pressing upon them, they feel completely immobilized. But if you are able to tap into the brain and let him feel the change, that he is changing the chemistry of the brain, then he becomes a different person much faster. So, I'm subject to science. And I want more research on this, and soon we have the outcomes, and then we will tackle this problem with depression, because it's related to the endocrine systems and having no connection with it. Normally, the hypothalamus in our primitive brain, the brain stem, is not under our control, but these breathing techniques deriving from being in the cold so much, they are very effective, not only in the cold, which is stress, but also in the heat. Also for a predator. Also on Mount Everest, where there is a lack of oxygen outside. And also for daily stress.